Hello Libra! Welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for all sun, moon, and rising signs of Libra, anywhere else that you have it super heavy in your chart. Specifically for the week of the 5th through the 11th. There's a lot going on, and the universe wants me to break this down all during Mercury retrograde, which is number 6. That is going to be in circulation here. So if you're part of my Facebook group, you will have seen the breakdown that I did at Peony Lore, which is the group on Facebook, with all of the details about the retrograde reminders and what's coming up here in September. So we're going to take Mercury retrograde, which is going to be pretty much the entire month of September through a little bit of October, week by week, to help with the transition of the energy. So I'm going to pull an older energy that you are still hanging on to, Libra, into this beginning portion of September. And then I'm going to pull a sacred geometry card to talk about how to help yourself release and try to, accomplish the release of that finally. And then we will go into each 7 days of this week. I will cap it off with a card from the universe that wants you to specifically pay attention to 1 or 2 of the days in the week. And then finally a crystal suggestion card for the full moon that we have. So Mercury retrograde and the full moon basically taking place within hours of each other here this upcoming weekend. Libra, Libra, Libra. The energy that is following you into the beginning portion of September here is money, 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 money. What we have here is the 4 of coins, the 4 of pentacles. Here's the challenge that I'm seeing with this one. So the 4 of coins in the reverse position does mean that there has been something that has opened up your heart chakra a little bit when it comes to your stability, comes to resources. The challenge is that it's turning into the 5 of pentacles. And so what you have to be able to do is not stress yourself out about and coming out of lack mentality, meaning I'm opening up my heart and I'm allowing myself to get out of this lack mentality, whether it's money or people or resources or hours or job, whatever the case may be. We're coming out of that. For whatever reason, we're going to find out what the universe wants us to do about that, and then we'll get into every single day of this week about how they are working it out for you this particular week. Okay, Libra, here we go. The energy that we have to help support you with this is actually 2 different things. First of all, you have angelic numbers that are here with the energy of 4-4. We have protection. Libra, this week you have to protect your energy. No ifs, ands, or buts. You don't get up in the morning, put your feet on the floor without pulling in your circle of protection, utilizing your protective crystals, your mantras, your chants, your candles, your whatever it is that you got that is important to you for protection. This is the week that you need to really be on that like a white on rice, okay? You have to safeguard yourself. And the name of the game is, this is one of the things that you do need to continue to do, but you need to do it for the sake of you protecting your own energy, not that you're protecting yourself from that lack, okay? Here's what the universe wants to give you as far as an opportunity to help you with any of those releasings. It is rebalancing your energy. You got to rebalance your energy by any way, shape, form that's out there. As far as frequency music is concerned, it's any of the main Hertz musics that are out there. I always recommend to start with the lowest, which is the 174, which is your base root chakra, and work your way up to, and I would probably say 396 would be the second one to use, and then you're going to go hit your 528. Okay, we're going to start low, mid, and high to rebalance as much as possible with any of the sacred geometry frequencies that you can find on the YouTubes here to help get you balanced. This is so important for you. This is literally, we got to start with 1. And the energy of the universe is trying to get your attention about how important this is for you. 44 and the energy of 1. So your angels and spirit guides are definitely going to be with you when you call them in to help you release any stagnant energy, especially if it's lack, wherever it's coming from. Okay. All right, Libra, let's jump into the energies for you this upcoming week, Monday through Sunday. So of course, Monday, is Labor Day. Hopefully you have the day off. Some people will, some people won't. We will talk about the major things that are coming up for you on that day, but you do have the support of Venus coming in with Virgo on Monday. And so what that means is we're going to be examining relationships of one way, shape, form, or another. So we want this one, and then we want this one to come down. There we go. Yep. The perfect storm is when that mixture comes together, because Virgo wants you to be very practical, and obviously Venus, which is mother planet for Libra, wants it to be as smooth as possible. So there are some decisions that are going to need to be made. All right, let's see what we have going on here. Saturday, and then the energy of Sunday for our Libras. Okay, I kind of knew that was coming. We have duplicate energy, and I knew that was going to take place because of this little guy that's here, and they actually do match in frequency. So we will have two different messages, okay? Two different ways of looking at it. We have two major arcana sitting next to each other here. So midweek is going to be very important, Thursday, Friday. Let's go ahead and start examining what else we can talk to you about as far as those energies on Monday. Practicality with Venus and Virgo. What are the steps that need to be taken? We do have the energy of the Seven of Swords here. Now, some people think that it's sneaky energy. It's not necessarily sneaky energy as much as it is planning energy, and that's exactly what this is talking about. Now, as far as relationships could be in many different factors. It could be the person that you live with. It could be trying to expand into a further relationship or opportunity with a loved one. It could be just a loved one, okay? Or it could be a business partnership. So just take relationship as it resonates for you and just leave what doesn't apply. But the Seven of Swords is all about planning purposes. And so on Monday, hopefully you have the day off. You can get into the energy of just trying to plan next steps. What I'm seeing here is the universe is saying to you that you feel like you have not been making the right choices in your development, that you aren't making the right choices. You're not really doing the planning. You're afraid of hurting somebody's feelings, which is very interesting, Libra, because you're very good when it comes to taking other people's considerations into factor. But I think that's what's going on here is you're overemphasizing somebody else's energy instead of your own. That's why you need to rebalance. And so this is the week where the universe wants to give you the utmost respect for yourself. Like, you are the balancer, you are the equalizer for a lot of other people. And if you're feeling burnt out or some sort of something when it comes to projects or work or even dealing with other people and it's clouding your opinion, you're not going to get to the next place that you're supposed to be if you continue to hold on to that energy. So when we get to the energy of Tuesday, we do have the Six of Pentacles that presents itself in the reverse position, which is very, very interesting to me because we do have a gorgeous trine that takes place with Taurus and that whole Neptunian energy that's doing its dance with the moon in Capricorn. So those two huge energies where it comes to being grounded, when it comes to resources and your stability, is completely out of whack here. So again, Monday energy, I really hope that you have the day off so that you can just get into some deep meditation and have these conversations with your angels and spirit guides about protecting what you got so that you can expand in a different way. Something's out of balance. And so I really need you to pay attention to that. And that could have a lot to do with what's going on that day. And then we do have the moon transitioning into the sign of Aquarius a little bit later. So I would see that Wednesday would be the day that it would support you a little bit more, sister air sign. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case for everybody. Here's why. Something is not right in Denmark for somebody. Let me put the cards like this. We have the Four of Wands in the reverse position. And then we have the energy of the Page of Wands in the upright. So somebody is really thinking about leaving. Somebody is really thinking about moving on. Someone is excited to transition from the old into the new, and the only energy it's stuck. We just haven't made that final decision. The other thing that could potentially be coming up is that you're waiting for some word from somebody about this new action or activity that needs to take place here on Wednesday. Now, naturally, what happens on Wednesday is we do have a trine, and we do have some other energies that are coming up within the energy of Aries fire sign energy, right? So that matches up precisely with what we're seeing. It comes to Chiron and Aries as one of the big conversation in where's your level of responsibility being taken when it comes to what steps you are taking. So that's being challenged for some of you. Could have something to do with your physical house. Is it time to move? Have you delayed moving? Have you delayed doing other things within your own physical home or even office space? Okay. The other conversation that takes place is Jupiter in Aries, your expansion, your wisdom. Are you slowing yourself down somewhere? Are you not taking more action? Are you being holed up here as opposed to moving forward? Those are the challenging energies that are coming out and about on this particular Wednesday. So when we move to Thursday, however, we 100% have the energy of Uranus in the mix, okay? And on Thursday, Uranus the Fool is having a huge squared conversation with Taurus. Taurus is the practical nature of how do we get to this next spot. Well, when we have the energy of the Fool is giving us the opportunity to move forward. It's like it's okay to go. You don't have to take the old stuff with you. So for some of you, I really do know, and I'm going to pull those back up in just a second. Some of you are supposed to be going somewhere and you're stopping yourself from going somewhere. And the universe is like, you got to stop doing that. Okay. The Fool is also having this conversation in this one way that says, I'm waiting to have this conversation with this page. This page is going to present me with some information, which is going to give me the green lights, and so to speak. For some of you, it's actually stopping. All right. It's stopping you, like you're being stopped somewhere. So I think Wednesday is just going to be a huge days for most Libras. But however, Thursday, let's talk about what the Fool represents when it comes to the celestial movements here. There is this beautiful conjunction that takes place finally with Saturn. Your boundaries, your structure, and your responsibilities are coming into play on this particular day. So the universe is asking you to be playful a little bit with it and think about that and figure out where you need to be in that energy. Okay. We also do have the moon transitioning into the sign of Aquarius on that day. So that should give you a little bit more of a broad overview of some expansion, and really putting pen to paper, I think for some people is going to be important. When we get to the energy of Friday, itself, we do have, like I said, Mercury going into retrograde, and we have the energy of the Tower, but it's presenting in the reverse position. And it had been, it's just interesting because I think this is the square that is taking place on Friday between the moon in Pisces, having the square with Mars, which, is very aggressive energy here, with Gemini, that dualistic nature sometimes of what has to happen within our heart. And it takes me back to, sorry guys, stuff happens, we move forward in life. But that dualistic nature of what's taking place here is the two different decisions or the two different patterns or the two different thoughts we have sometimes about trying to be protected with what we do have, and not being fearful of not having it moving forward. So I do ultimately think that, this is kind of what the universe is saying. We're stalling a little bit. Now, sometimes when we do get the Tower in the reverse position, the universe is actually saving us. It could be also considered saving grace. Like you prevented a little bit of a sketchy moment here, because the universe is trying to share something with you, and this isn't really the day for that to come forward. But this is the day that the aggressive energy of Mars definitely comes into play. It's about your assertion and it's about your drive again to move forward. And that's literally what the Tower is about. It's like you don't have the spoons, you don't have the juice, you don't have what it is that you need on this particular day. So we let that go on Friday. Because when we get to the energy of Saturday, we do have a gift from the universe, which is now the power pellet that you need to do something new. This is the Ace of Wands. This is a gift of timing as far as movement, as far as the energy that you need. It's the puzzle piece that you were looking for. This is what the Page of Wands is giving you. This is the piece of information that you need, for some of you, that's going to give you the permission, if you will, to go do this next thing. So the energy that you should be releasing when it comes to this particular day on Saturday is any lack release yourself from the lack of not moving forward prior to this particular moment, because once you get this, it's all in sort of momentum. Okay, now when we get to the energy of Sunday, we got a couple of different things, and I really feel for some of you, your home is going to be coming into question whether or not you should sell it or do something. This is really coming up with home energy again with the 10 of Cups in the reverse position. It's like it's done. It's like it's time for you to move forward. It's like you've been there too long. It's time to go. And the information that you need is being delivered very quickly. You're going to find out the information that you need on Sunday from this Knight of Swords that is coming into play. We do have a trine again that takes place on Sunday with the Sun in Virgo. Again, that whole practical, delicious energy that we have. Having this trine conversation with our resources and our expansive energy with Neptune with Uranus in Taurus. So for many of you, like I said, it's going to be a very interesting week. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to clarify this midweek here. I'd like to get a little bit more information about what is taking place here. Yep. Timing has been an issue for some people with the Ace of Swords in reverse about making a decision, King of Wands. Some of you, it has something to do with your employer or your employee status, and the universe is like, this is no time for the wicked. You are being saved, literally. Some of you, I need you to go back and take a look at the Virgo reading, because some of you are definitely on the cusp there. Here's what we've got going on. What the universe is saying is that based on the energy of the Fool, prior to, you were waiting for this gift as far as clarity to come through from the universe, okay? And the clarity has everything to do with your employer, with this King of Wands, and whether or not you should stay, whether or not you should go, what is going on with the dollars and cents. And then you have the energy of Virgo, clearly, that's sitting here saying that you may not have had enough information at that particular moment to make the final decision that you wanted. That's what this is about when the Virgo is in reverse. But the other thing about Virgo in reverse is that it challenges you to really understand what it is that the universe is talking to you about. So we got to figure out where your protections are, okay? Here's the kicker. It's the energy of the Death card. There is a resistance that has been involved in the situation, but I really feel like when you get to Thursday, Friday energy, you're going to be making some strong final decisions about what needs to get done. And if you make the right decision, then you're going to avoid a disaster. So I am going to pull just one more card on that, because I do feel that we've got a couple things happening. But let's see, what is the result of death? And it is, again, it's this Page of Swords. I really do need, Libra, I need you to go and I need you to take a look at the I need you to take a look at that Virgo reading. Here's what's going on here. Somebody from the past, potentially, a younger individual, doesn't have to be, it's definitely, I do feel a lot of extra air energy that's around here, Libra, and I don't really feel that it's you. I do feel that it's Gemini or Aquarius energy that is in your energy, but something has put you completely off balance. And that something has to do with lack of strategy. So this is what the universe is asking you to do. Monday, talk to us, says the universe, so that we can clear this up for you. And if we can clear up the strategy, then you avoid this kind of over-aggressive energy that's out there. And then you'll receive the different messages that you need in order to move forward. Okay? So, clear as mud for some. What it's really saying is that you can no longer afford to keep yourself out of balance. The universe needs your balanced energy, and you're going to have to take a look at it. All right, so what they want you to tell me, the most important day of the week, or what it is that you may not be able to see here. Again, I already told you, it is Monday's energy. That is where Venus is stationing on Monday. Venus is there on Monday to really talk to you about you owning yourself in high regards. And it looks as though you've stopped yourself from doing something before. Again, no strategy. How do I go about doing this? The other day that it could potentially come back into play for you is going to be that Sunday when Venus again comes in and has that station very direct. So from the very beginning of the week to the end of the week, the universe is giving you the things that you need to be able to do in order to get to the beauty spot of what you are supposed to be. I really do feel that hard conversations and decisions are going to be discussed here on Thursday and Friday, okay? So let us get the energy of what crystal could be used to support you with letting go of any of those stop momentum energies that you would have had up until this particular moment, which will help you to get into this releasing yourself from any lack when it comes to resources, people, places, things, specifically money. Now they are giving me a couple of different cards, and they said keep all of them, so you have options here. If you can blend them, great. If you can't do that, then that's fine. Here's your first option. The first option is, of course, the key for transformation, which is malachite, right? Good for men or women. This is 100% supporting you with malachite. So maybe this is a card that they want you to start using here when we get to this energy of Thursday and Friday. Put some malachite on your heart to help you with your transformation or transforming this conversation or this energy. The other card that's getting ready to come up for some people is going to be amethyst. All right. And the amethyst energy that's coming out for someone has a lot to do with being clear in your energy. And it does have a lot of energy towards sobriety for some of you. We're just going to leave that where that is. The other card that comes out is garnet. And that is all about passion for yourself. And the other one that we have is Veramarine. Oh, I love this one. It's been a long time since I've had this one. The Veramarine is very similar to an aquamarine, except that it's green. So green marine if you want to. And this crystal has a lot to do with creating the positive bridge that you need to move forward. So I really see this universe really putting emphasis. Thursday, Friday are going to be huge energies for Libra this week. But I do think that if you can take the advice of the angels, get in and safeguard safeguard what you got so that you can move forward. Don't fear lack of anything. They're going to clarify with you and get back into your balance. 174, 396, 528 is my personal recommendation. That is what I have for you, Libra. It's going to be a very interesting week. I think it's going to be better for you next week, but this is what you got to do this week. You got to get down to the brass tacks, all right? Many blessings. We will talk to you soon. Bye for now.